just wanna let go. I so low. Speaking on my arrow, but they don't know. Now you see the skin glow, sweet like cocoa.
Hey everybody, it's Benji, better known as Moiciara, and today's video is a little different. I'm going to, child, we're gonna get into some things. I'm gonna let you guys in on my relationship status, my personal business, cause I'm not gonna hold you. I've decided some years ago that I wasn't going to be as forthcoming about my personal life until I was ready to share it. And I didn't want to do that. At the point in time, I really wanted to blog and kind of do like the daily or weekly vlog stuff or monthly or whatever. But I ain't there yet. I do plan on doing that. I do want to make that into a whole series of doing that. But I thought since it's Valentine's Day and it's the season of love, this is the month of love. It's Black History Month, Black love, Black gay love, Black same-sex love, Black queer love. I wanted to create a space where I can be open with you guys and let you in on my business. So, I made a post about me being in a relationship, and my boyfriend is currently incarcerated. I know, y'all. Dun dun dun. But see here. But here's the thing. We've been together literally 2.5 years. He's been incarcerated that whole time. And I'm not gonna hold you. I never thought I would be one of those girls. I used to be like, oh, how could you be so foolish to date someone who's in jail, and what does that look like? How can you be with them? How could you connect with them? How could you? You never know until it's you. So I think I had opened up my mind. And when I say that, like, I knew it wasn't like he hid it from me. It wasn't like he was like, oh, surprise me, like, once I fell in and all that. It wasn't like that. I knew right away. He messaged me on the dating app. Obviously, we met online. Y'all know people in jail do a lot of, yeah. Anyway. But nonetheless, he messaged me. I looked at his profile. I was like, oh, okay, he's cute. All right, period. And he messaged me. We started talking. We exchanged numbers at the time. And I just was vibing and feeling him out. Now, remind you, it had been literally almost like, what, 7-8 months since me and my previous ex had broken up. And at that time, I just was like, going into the new year, this 2021, and I just was like, I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm just gonna, be worried about me. And what's so crazy, I remember 2021, when it came in, I had got COVID. And I was just like, oh, this is just what a crazy way to start the new year. I got sick. I didn't feel like myself for months. And all I just was thinking, like, I just need to get back to myself. Like, y'all don't understand how big I had gotten. I don't know if y'all can really tell the whole weight loss thing, because I feel like I got that Janet Jackson thing. Like, my weight go real up and down, like, real fast. Like, I look real bloated real quick. I feel like a lot of humans go through that, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes I feel like I look real heavy, and then some days I look more normal-esque. So, anyway, he messaged me, and we started talking, and he told me how he was in jail and was that something I was interested in. And at that time I was like, well, I have talked to a lot of guys. When I say a lot of gentlemen, I've been in open relationships. I mean, not open relationships, but I mean like openly gay relationships. I've been in, I guess, down low relationships. I've been in happy places in relationships. I've been in bad places in relationship. Like I've dated so many different niggas, men, white, black, and I just was like, hey, like I don't been in the space where I dated someone who was around me, in front of me, all the time, and I still felt like there was a certain type of connection that was missing. There was a certain type of communication that was missing, you know? And I was like, what the hell? Like, you know, it is what it is. Let's see where this goes. Because at the time, I didn't know. I was like, for all I know, this is going to be a fluke and nothing comes of it. So, we started talking. He ended up having to get transferred to another facility. And he was telling me about JPay. If you guys don't know what JPay is like a jail inmate, like texting, email, message, like application where you communicate with them through it. And then there's Securus where you put money on the phone through Securus so they can, you know, keep money on there and stuff like that. So anyway, he had told me about it, and I was like, well, he was like, oh, you got to give me your email. And we was just talking about this. You know, we always be reminiscing. Girls always be reminiscing. So, he had recently told me, not recently, but he had told me what the steps were to do. And I was like, okay, all right, let's just see what's going on. Because who's to know when he gets to this new facility that we'll stay connected and things to play out. So I gave my information. I signed up, you know, for account and things like that. And I messaged him like, hey, da 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 da, this is me, blah blah blah. Blah. I'm like, okay, boom. I think a day or two or maybe 3 days, whatever, go by. I finally hear back from him. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, like we started talking on the phone and emailing back and forth and texting back and forth and emailing, and it's just like we were able to get to know each other. And I feel like maybe that's something that I've struggled with, like in real time with people that's in front of me and presently. Cause me, I try to get to know people as well as they allow me to. Cause I just feel like I'm such an empathic person where like I take on, I absorb, you know, it's like it becomes a part of me. So, and I feel like in my previous relationships I would do that, but I guess my vision probably would be blurred and I wasn't authentically seeing them, or they maybe wasn't authentically seeing me or whatever. You know, like as you get older, you know, you look back and you think about how, of course, you could have did things differently, your mistakes, and how you could have did this different, blah, 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 all of that. But I just feel like now at 35, I'm in a space where I feel like I just don't want to put any limitations on feeling afraid. And what I mean by afraid, like being afraid of what love can look like for you, because love look like things differently for everybody. And I just think personally on the journey I was in at the time, me and my boyfriend started talking, like it was important for me to just see where I was at mentally, spiritually, and how I could take that journey that I'm on and add someone else in it, and vice versa. So, it's just crazy because the years don't sped up so fast. It's 2024. Me and him been talking since 2021. So yeah, like, and you know, over time, you know, he was asking a lot of questions about the LGBT community, because this is something he's never done, and you know how I identify and what that looks like for us, or I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a word. Y'all help me out. But anyway, I feel like it was extremely important for me to educate him. He was educating me about, you know, his past, why he was incarcerated, what is it like being in there, because he's been in there quite some time. And I don't know, like, I really started to fall in love with him, and it's just it's beautiful because I think about like how I never would have seen this coming, you know, a mile away, like, because I've always had that stigma about what love looks like and what it should be and how it should play out. Like, we all have this fairy tale image of what love should look like for us, and mine definitely didn't consist of dating someone in jail at all. And so boom, you know, the years go by, like, he's handling business while he's in there. You know, I won't go into any details, but we was able to video chat and, you know, do grown folks things. And yeah, like, the thing is, like, he's never changed. And what I mean is, like, almost 3 years now, he's still like the same person spiritually, like how he was when I met him. Like, like, when I say that man loves me, he loves me. And I can't express that enough, because a lot of girls like me, we want a love like that. Like, we want it to look like what me and him have. And I know it's just kind of so strange and crazy to say, but it's just, I see it, I feel it, I know it's real, you know. And I want to make this a series because I don't want this video to be too long. I kind of wanted to do this kind of be like a introduction video of me just kind of like, I guess, breaking the ice and letting y'all in a little bit. But yeah, like, of course it has its complications because a bitch get horny and I be wanting, you know, some dick in real time. But who, child, like, I'm not gonna hold you. Being abstinence at first, I was like, oh, this isn't made for a girl like me, because I'm used to having my man around, and if I want it, I can get it, and so forth and so forth. But me being abstinent from sex really taught me, like, I just became and got to a place where I just didn't want to give my body away to anybody. And I know it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, you don't have to get by anybody. You can call somebody up that you know or whatever, have a little boo thing, whatever. But no, and we had conversations about that too. He was like, well, you know, you could date someone if you really feel the urge to, but in there you mind. But I was like, boy, I'm not doing all of that. Like, I want this. I don't want no interference from any outside influences, you know, pertaining to my relationship with what we got going on. And I think that was extremely important for me to withhold this from people who don't really know me that well, that do know of me, and because a lot of people have their opinions, and I don't not mind people having their opinions and being biased about my life or whatever, because people judge me all the time. That's neither here or there. But this is something very sacred to me. It's precious. So I don't want to ever feel like if somebody say something to me about him being incarcerated and what that looks like, why him being in jail, when he gets out of jail, and things of that nature. Like, I just didn't want any of that, because this was something new. I had to take the training wheels off my own bike. You know what I'm saying? So the people that do know, thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it so much, because I really wasn't really expecting it. I just was like, hey, you know, I could care less, because I'm gonna do what I want to do. And then the day I'm grown, I make my own decisions. It's like I'm being hoodwinked. He isn't scamming me. He isn't using me. Like, it's none of that. And I want to make that extremely clear. Like, it's not that. So yeah, like, of course, like any other relationship, we've had our challenges with communication, and we took a little break. Hey, see, I'm telling y'all something. Ooh, T. Like, we took a little break last year, because I felt like our communication got really cross-wired, and we just wasn't seeing the purpose. Like, I feel like we was losing it because of, I don't know, maybe he just was overwhelmed with what's going on being in jail, and me just being overwhelmed with him not being here in my life, you know, now. Excuse me. And we got into some argument. I was talking to someone earlier, and I was like, I wish I could remember what it was. It wasn't nothing. That's how I know it wasn't nothing that deep, because I can't really remember. So right before Beyonce concert, I remember I was like, let me see um what's going on, because prior to then I hadn't heard from him for like a whole, I think like maybe a month and a half after we stopped talking. And I was like, I paid it. I was like, okay, well, it is what it is at this point. So before I knew it, he told me he was on lockdown. Lockdown is when they get caught with contraband of some sort and they're being disciplined for the actions, which could lead to um 30, 60, maybe 90 days of them being isolated from general population. General population is where they have um, inmates in different tiers of the facility. Anyway, I might put those little definitions up here just so you guys could be clear on what that looks like. So that was the reason why I hadn't heard from him. So before I knew it, my phone was constantly ringing. I was getting a bunch of calls from the jail, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, he really got me up because I'm not answering the phone." I'm like, "You went this much longer without talking to me. You're okay." And by me being a Libra, if you know a Libra, like if you do something to us or we feel some type of way, we will not see you. I will not see you. I could look right past you and will not see you. It's just that simple for me. So anyway, he kept calling me. He had his mama calling me, his grandma calling me, his brother calling me, his sister calling me. Everybody everybody was calling me. And I was like, still not answering. So all this kept going on from May, June, and July. So I was like, oh, he's just not giving up. He's being very persistent. So what's going on here? So I was like, let me go do my little, digging. So I went and did some digging. And I was like, oh, okay. So I messaged him, something petty. And I was like, oh, it seems like you're doing fine. Blah, 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 blah. Because I went on his page. And I guess he was like talking to someone or whatever. And I was like, well, I can't be mad because, it's been, what, 3, almost 4 months since we stopped talking. So, you want to move around, and who am I? Because for all he knows, I could be doing the same exact thing, whatever. So, he explained everything to me, what was going on, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, like we kind of like picked up where we left off, but it was something different about us getting back together because I think it was extremely important for us to know we don't want to be without one another. And he was like, I told you when I started this that you was who I wanted to be with. I don't want to be with nobody else. And I do have the message. I don't know if I'll put it in. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in here or not. But and I know people can say anything. I know y'all like, okay, everybody can talk, and but his actions have really shown. And when I say it's like he balances me out, I balance him out. Like he definitely plays his part when he can. It's not like I said I'm just this. Give me cash cow. Like it's definitely not giving that. Because I don't have coins like that to be supplying nobody's needs. And I've even told him that I'm like, if you thought you was going to, mooch out for me, you got the wrong one. Because I'm working a standard 9 to 5. I'm making my coins as they come. And yeah, like it's not going to be that. So now going into our 3rd year, yeah, like it's really amazing. Like I think I made a tweet and I was saying like if you can make it through the birthdays, the holidays, the New Year's, the hard times, the good times, the difficult times, and definitely in my world and in this, and I know people like this are not separated, but being part of the LGBTQIA community, like to make it through those storms and know what that looks like, and definitely when somebody wants to love you out loud. That's the key thing. Like he's not DL, he's not trying to hide me or whatever, because I made that abundantly clear to him that I'm not that girl. We're not doing that. If that's what you want, you better get the circling around them niggas up in that jail. They want to entertain that type of attention because I don't need it. And I just think it's beautiful to see where we're at now. That man has my heart. And I was telling him, like, I honestly feel like prior to my mom passing, like, she was, I don't know, she was, I feel like she was probably setting me up to find love before she went on, unknowingly. Like, she had nothing to do with this, but I'm just saying, like, a spiritual thing, because we didn't know. And, you know, for him to have been there with me, helped me along the way with all of that, you know, I'll, like, even if we don't work out, God forbid, but, you know, he'll always have a place in my heart because he was there during such a difficult time in my life. And I appreciate him for that. And I love you, baby, if you see this video. So yes, I just wanted to kind of come on here, tap in, and tell you guys about me being in love, me being in a relationship for almost 3 years with someone who's currently in jail. And of course, everybody got their jokes talking about they love after lockup, and girl, you should go on love after lockup. And I'm not going on no love after lockup because that's not for me. I don't need y'all all in my business. And I'm not trying to be like those clowns on there, like, nonetheless. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your mama, your auntie, your grandma, your cousin, your brother, sister, grandma, grandpa. And until next time.